What's up, guys? We're back with another video, and yes, it is cold outside, but before we know it, it's gonna be warm. Spring will be here, and summer will be right around the corner from them, and we're gonna have the UFC fights going down at the White House. That's right. They're gonna be having a UFC fights going down at the White House this summer. It's supposed to be, I think, around 4th of July, if I'm not mistaken, around that time. But I had an idea. So they should get Kirk and Candace Owens to fight in the UFC event. And by that time, they'll probably even have some more people, former MAGAs, or what I should say, America's First, supposedly, against America Really First. Is that what it is now? Because you got two different factions here claiming that they're for America, and the other side is not for America, or they're not as patriotic. See, they've come to this divide here. And a lot of them now, they don't get along anymore. See, they're arguing, they're fighting, they're going back and forth and calling each other names. They're accusing each other of doing cover-ups for the government. They're not on friendly terms the way they used to be. And that happens when you wrap your entire political personality around conspiracy theories. See, this is what happens. It's kind of like somebody who lies a lot, you know? You start noticing, you're like, that person lies a lot because their stories just can't stay consistent because it's hard to keep the lies going. So this ends up being the end result of when people start telling lies. They get mixed up in what they were saying, and the same goes for people who are in cults. They get caught up in these cults, and the next thing you know, they can't get their story straight. And they start having to make another lie for the last lie. And the same goes with conspiracy theories. Going all the way back to, like the doomsday clock people. They sit there and they go, oh, this date is going to be the last day on Earth, so be prepared. And you've got a very small minority of people who believe that shit, but they do. And they're like, oh, next week is going to be the last day on Earth. Well, it's kind of the same scenario with these conspiracy theorists. They keep coming up with different conspiracies about everything that happens around them. From Charlie Kirk and onwards. And the conspiracy now ends up getting into bickering and fights. And that's what you're seeing happening in MAGA. Faction is splitting. I think it's going to even split more once a lot of this Epstein shit comes out. Because even, like I said, if Trump wasn't involved with messing with the kids, he was still knew about his buddies who were and never said anything and was pretty much complacent and condoning what the sick people around him were doing, regardless of even if he wasn't involved in what they were doing on that kind of level. So I think the UFC fight should happen. Candace Owens, Kirk. With the UFC these days, the shit show that you're starting to see there is starting to become kind of like boxing now. Hey, it might end up being a main event fight. You never know. Could be the biggest online bet sporting since Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Anyhow, guys, that's my 2 cents on the matter. I'm Tommy. This is Talking with Tommy. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a lot with the algorithm. And like always, take care of yourself and each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye.